high-handedness and the recent action by the Bruhat Bengaluru Mahanagara Palike fits to the description perfectly. The authorities from the civic body, also known as BBMP, conducted a demolition drive on Sunday in which they razed to the ground hundreds of makeshift houses in Kariyammana Agrahara, claiming that those living there were illegal Bangladeshi citizens. Within hours, 300 people who lived there were rendered homeless. Once they called home, the place was left with a pile of remains. The people gathered whatever they could from those remains, vessels, chairs and anything else they could find. But why did the authorities carry out eviction and demolition drive? Well, the authorities claim that the settlement belongs to illegal Bangladeshi immigrants. So, they bulldozed it. How did they get to know about it? Well, the BBMP says it received several complaints from the residents of the area about this settlement. The letter issued by the civic body claimed that the sheds were built illegally by illegal Bangladeshi immigrants who converted the area to a slum, which led to the deterioration of conditions in the neighborhood. Few days before this incident took place, a video went viral on social media. The video was shared by local BJP MLA. In the video, the MLA had shown the shanty towns and claimed that they belong to illegal Bangladeshi immigrants. In the video, he can be also heard saying that probably early settlers from Bangladesh came here and shacked up and they brought more and more people. He then goes on to say that it is a nexus between the owner of the land, the illegal settlers and Bengaluru police and BBMP. Let us first hear what exactly in this video he is saying.
So starting from here and going right across to the other side and then further down, wherever you see these blue tarpaulin tents, this is the heart of the Bangladeshi community in Bellandur. Now they have their own separate road leading into this community. All these tents are made. The rental is anything between 5 to 8,000 rupees is what I'm told per shack, right? So they have their own water supply, they have their own cable TV connection, they have their own electricity, they have shops. It's a thriving community, and this is just from the balcony of my apartment. Why are they all in Bellandur? I think it's just that probably the early settlers who came in from Bangladesh decided to shack up here, and then you know how they are, they just keep bringing more and more people inside, and this is a thriving community. Once in 3 months BBMP will come. They will make a big show. They will pull out a few of these tents, they will throw all the things, they will bring a bulldozer, and a lot of noise will be created. The cops will come. That is just one day, right? So people will be homeless, people will be evicted, and you know, that is just like probably 5 or 6 of these tents will be uprooted, and then everybody will come back again and business as usual. So this is a brilliant nexus of this guy who owns all this land over here, and the politician, the cops, Bangalore Municipal Corporation, all these guys, they're all in it together. So imagine it's like 5 to 8,000 rupees a month for each one of these shacks. So we don't even know how many are there here. So that's the kind of money we are talking about. Everybody gets a cut. I mean, it's almost zero investment, right? The land is there and you just have to.
So after this video followed by several complaints, well, that's what the BBMP claims. So after this video and several complaints, the BBMP decided to tear down the shanties from the area. Never mind the procedure or verification of claims, that is not done here, just the swift action. While BBMP maintains that these were illegal Bangladeshi settlers, a lot of media which reached the spot found out the otherwise. Reports claim that most of the migrants were from Assam, Tripura and some even from North Karnataka, from the very state. They were all allegedly asked to vacate the land. However, the residents of the shanty towns claim that they in fact had the documents. They were called illegal Bangladeshis, and however, many of them asked the authorities to review their documents. They showed them the documents, but still the demolition was carried out. Some reports mention that many residents have also claimed that their names have even appeared in the National Register of Citizens, a drive that was carried out in Assam to find out the illegal migrants from neighboring Bangladesh. The final NRC list excludes 1.9 million people. And these people, some of these people whose homes were demolished, they had their names in the final list of NRC, and they also sought to show these documents to the police, to the authorities. Now here is what one of the resident of the shanty town is saying.
ಕೆಲ್ಸಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ ಸರ್. ನಾವು ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡ್ರಿ, ಯಾರು ಶೋಕಿ ಮಾಡ್ರಲ್ಲ, ಒಂದ್ ನಿಮಿಷ, ಯಾರು ಶೋಕಿ ಮಾಡ್ರಿ ಯಾರು ಅಲ್ಲ, ಎಲ್ಲಾರು ನಾವು ರೈತರು ನಮ್ ಕಡೆ ನೀರಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಕಷ್ಟ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದಿದೀವಿ. ಅವರು ಯಾವನೋ ಮಾತು ಕೇಳಿ ಯಾರೋ ಪೊಲೀಸ್ DC ಯಾರೋ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ. ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಸರ್ ನಾವು ಬಂದಿರೋದು? ಕಷ್ಟಪಟ್ಟು ದುಡ್ದಿದ್ವಿ, ನಾವೇನ್ ಯಾರ ದುಡ್ಡು ತಿದ್ದಿಲ್ಲ, ಯಾರಿಗೆ ಕಳು ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ, ಯಾರ ತಲೆ ಹೊಡೆದಿಲ್ಲ, ಯಾರಿಗೇನು ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ. ನಮ್ಮನ್ನ ನಾವು ತಿಂತಾ ಇದೀವಿ, ನಾವು ಕಷ್ಟಪಟ್ಟು ದುಡ್ಡೇ ಇದೀವಿ. ಇವ್ರು ನಮ್ಮ ಮೇಲೆ ದೌರ್ಜನ್ಯ ಮಾಡಕ್ ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಸರ್? ನಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ ID ಪ್ರೂಫ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಇದೆ, ಅವ್ರು ಬೇಕಾದ್ ಬಂದ್ ಕೇಳ.
Now, after much widespread anger, the BBMP confirmed that the demolition drive, which rendered many families homeless, was indeed unauthorized. Apparently, an assistant executive engineer, Narayan Swamy, had given the order for carrying out the demolition despite not having the authority to do it on private land. He gave the order based on complaints by apartment residents in the area. Now, I am not saying that it can be directly linked with the CAA and NRC, but look at the high-handed approach. We can understand whether a product is good or not from how the sample performs or whether there is a favorable or non-favorable reaction to it. Similarly, with policies, a pilot project is launched on a smaller scale to understand the effectiveness. This also helps find if there are glitches in the execution, the practical part of the policy. In this particular incident, the authorities, after receiving the complaint, did not even take the effort to verify whether the settlement was illegal. They did not take the effort to verify whether the settlers were actually Bangladeshi. What is more troubling is, after the complaint of several people who resided in the apartments complained that the slum dwellers are illegal Bangladeshis, the demolition was carried out. Now, this is a dangerous trend. How can we, without any due process, determine if one person is Indian or Bangladeshi? Moreover, who are we to decide it? Most of those who were hit by the demolition drive were poor laborers who earn around 10,000 to 15,000 a month. Now imagine this happens on a bigger scale. Today, on the complaint of a BJP MLA and several apartment residents, a colony was demolished, thinking that they were illegal Bangladeshi immigrants. 300 people overnight became homeless. On a larger scale, it could be 1,000, then a lakh, then a million. Where will they stop? Think about it.
Now be the first to know about the latest updates on our new news app. Go on your Android or iOS, search for HW News Network. Download our app, choose the language you prefer to get updates in, and be up to date with the latest news.
हमारे यहाँ एक कवि हुए हैं इब्ने इंशा। उनका कहना है, हक अच्छा पर हक के लिए कोई और लड़े तो और अच्छा, सच अच्छा पर सच के लिए कोई और मरे तो और अच्छा। लोग हमसे कहते हैं कि आप हमारे हकों की लड़ाई लड़ रहे हैं, आप हमारी आवाज़ उठा रहे हैं, उठाते रहिए। हम तो उठाते रहेंगे, आप क्या करेंगे? आप अपनी ज़िंदगी यूं ही जीते रहेंगे? अब आप प्रजा नहीं हैं, आप गुलाम नहीं हैं, आप नागरिक हैं। और क्योंकि आपके पास वोट है, आपको भी काबिल नागरिक बनना है। आप कोई हाकिम चुनने नहीं जा रहे, आप मालिक चुनने नहीं जा रहे, राजा चुनने नहीं जा रहे, आप अपना सर्विस प्रोवाइडर चुनने जा रहे हैं, सेवक चुनने जा रहे हैं। देखिए, मुझे अब HW न्यूज़ पर जरिया बदला है, लेकिन तेवर वही।